Good afternoon to all. I'm Adithya from Synergita Support, and today we'll be talking about employee profile management and HR admin task. So basically, when we are going to start an appraisal cycle as an HR, we have to make sure that few things are in place before the start of the cycle. So first thing is like we have to do a sanity check in the employee database. Why it is essential to make an sanity check is that when we are going to start an appraisal cycle, there might be an manager changes, there might be an work role changes, there might be an designation changes. So this has to be taken care before the start of the cycle. So let me show you how we can manage them and how to update it in the PMS. I'm going to log in as an HR and I'm going to show you a demo. Okay, I have logged in as an HR, and so I'm considering the cycle is being started in 1 or 2 days, and I'm doing a sanity check. And what I would do is like I would have a report generated. So these reports are available over here in manage reports. So you can pull the entire employee database using this report, and it would provide you all the details which is present in the system. So here, once the report is being generated, you would be able to see the values. So and you can report them, and export Excel is also available. If this report is not available, kindly reach out to the Synergita support portal to the concerned person, and they would help you out in enabling this report. So considering I have validated my employee database and I find few changes to be done, and those changes has to be done through the profile page. And let me show you how it has been done. So in Synergita, or the profile page is an inline edit. So you just need to click on the fields which you need to make changes so that they can be editable. It is as simple as that. So you can make whatever the changes there. So considering there is a division change, department change, designation change, everything can be done. So what if there might be a question, what if there is a designation which has not been listed and I need to create a new one in the system? It is very simple in Synergita. You just need to click on here, and we have given an option over here which says other, and you just click on this and it would pop up. The pop-up would appear and you can just click the name and click on add, which would help you to add the new field in the system. I'm just giving an example over here. And you would be able to add it, and once it has been added you would get this message over here. So that would help us on adding here. Once it has been added, it would reflect over here and you can just go and click on save, and that saves you time as well. Same goes with the work role as well as the grade. Okay, this is how the profile management is being and you can change the required fields using inline edit in Synergita and click with click on save. So if you have a manager change, that is also quite easy in Synergita. You can just click on the reporting structure tab and give an effective to date when where the manager has completed or relieved, and click on save so that this manager particular manager's relationship has been closed, and click on add and select the relationship and search for the employee who is going to be the new reporting manager, and just click on select and give the effective from date. Please note that the effective from date has to be greater than the effective to date which has been given to the previous manager, and you need to click on save so that the reporting manager is being changed. The reporting manager has to be changed before the cycle. After the cycle, it cannot be changed since the action item would have been open to the concerned persons. So it would be a tedious task to us to map the new manager again to the employee. So it is so essential that all those changes are being done before the cycle so that it would reflect perfectly fine, or the action item would go to the concerned person during the cycle instead of creating a confusion over here. Okay, here might be here we might have an question. What if I have a bulk request or a bulk manager update or employee change? In that case, you can reach us out so that the support team would guide you how to do an import or export, and to make the corrections over the managers, and they would have you helped on correcting those. So if there is a few changes, you can do it in this profile. Also, we would recommend that it is not necessary to do the manager changes only before the start of the cycle. It can be done throughout the year so that the changes are not much during the cycle start. Okay, and here comes like you might have a question how to add a new employee if there is a new employee and I need to add. So it is so simple in Synergita. Once you go into my team, you will have an add option over here. Please let us know through Synergita support portal if you do not have the add option, so that the team can have it enabled to your account. So once you click on add, you would get these forms. So these forms would be customized based on the company's requirement, and fill the details whichever it is necessary over here and click on save. Please note that you cannot add the reporting structure here. Here in this form, you would be filling out only the required details, say like work details, organization structure, and basic details, and you would click on save so that the employee would be saved. I'm just giving an example over here. Please note that the username has to be given, and username cannot be given as blank, and only using this we would be able to log in. If username is not being given, the user will not able to be log in. So username can be defined based on your company, whether you wanted to go in with the employee number or with the email ID. Here for this, I'm just going to go with the employee number which I given here. I'm just filling out the basic details over here. and I'm just clicking on save. See, once you create the profile, all those tabs would be available, and now you can go and map the manager for the new employee. Hope this clarifies on the profile management. And so that's how you manage a profile for an employee before the start of the cycle. And you hope this clarifies how the changes are being made. You can reach out questions through email so that we can clarify any doubts on this. And coming out to the HR task, and how this would explain how to create a cycle for the process, and how the notifications are being managed. And you might see a few options over here, and this might not be applicable for many of the companies. For the demo purposes, we are showcasing a few things over here. So mainly we are going to concentrate on the manage feedback cycle, and this shows us how to manage the feedback cycle, and how the notification has been triggered, how to extend the cycle, how reminders to be sent, how to add employees, and how to bulk import the employees into the cycle. So in manage feedback cycle, this I would showcase how to add the new cycle, and how to map the concern feedback provider group, and workflow, everything. So to create a new cycle, there would be a button over here. Click on add and give an appropriate name. Give an appropriate name, because this name would be reflecting throughout the cycle, and for the reference purposes this would be shown in the past feedback. So please make sure that the cycle name is appropriate. Not if it is not appropriate, we would not able to track it in the past feedback. So here in the drop down template for annual cycle or mid-year cycle or any quarterly cycle, always it would be performance appraisal plan. So if you are doing anything apart from performance appraisal plan, like a performance improvement plan, you have to select a performance improvement plan, or individual development plan. For annual, quarterly, and halfly, you have to select the performance appraisal plan as your template. Description here is optional. It is for the reference purposes. If you want to give description, it can be given. And the start date and the end date of the cycle, you can give the appropriate start date and end date of the cycle. So the review group varies from company to company. You can check with the Synergita support team. They can help you out and giving you the appropriate review group, so that you can select the review group also. For this demo purposes, we have created a review group called Car Infotech Review Group, and we are selecting this as the review group over here. And review period would be default demo. And if there is a review period assigned to the company, you can check with the Synergita support team so that they can give you the review period if that is applicable. Also, the workflow names would be uh, also the workflow names are varied from company to company. You can check the names with the support team, and they can give you the appropriate workflow names for the quarterly, annually, and mid-year cycles. And if there is any workflow for a performance improvement plan and development plan, they can also help you on providing that. So here for the if you check the qualitative feedback over here, what happens is, like the throughout the cycle, the it goes on with the qualitative feedback, and the scores will not be calculated. So if you want the scores to be calculated, please do not check this box. Okay, so we have created a cycle, and there would be an option called import from Excel. This is particularly given for bulk import of an employees who are eligible for the cycle. If this option is not available, please reach out to a Sanjita support team so that they can have it enabled. And let me show you how it works. So you just need to click on this, and once you click on, you would get a pop-up saying to download a template and to choose the file from the location. So first thing, you have to download this template. So once the template has been downloaded, kindly open it, and you can either give the employee number or the email ID, employee number or the email ID. Once you give the once you give, fill up this Excel, save it in a repository where it can be easily fetched. And I'm just filling up this, and I'm saving it in a repository where I can easily take this out. So I'm pulling the saved file and just importing it. See, you would get an error message if this email ID or anything, if it is not valid, or if the user is not available in the system. The status would help us whether the employee is there in the system or not, and it would make us it would help us on correcting those things also. So once the employee number or the email ID is valid, it would show the status as valid. And once you click on upload, it would be uploaded over here. And once it has been uploaded, it would be listed down. It would be listed in the employee list. As shown below. So it would list like this. Here, this status also would help us if the primary manager has not been assigned. It would show as an error saying that the primary manager is not assigned to the cycle. So if the primary manager is not assigned to the cycle, we cannot confirm them, and the action link would not be available for the employee. So we have to make sure that primary manager is being assigned to the employee. So this is why we have, as said earlier, this is why the employee profile management before the cycle start is essential. You can also add the list of employees using the division department, or using the filters given over here. For only adding a particular employee to the cycle, this search would help us. You can search for the employee name who you wanted to particularly add, which has been missed out in the eligible list. You can just search for the employee over here and just click on type the employee name, click on select, and click on add to the list so that the employee would be added to the cycle below. Also, please note that the one or more employee cannot be covered in two or more cycles. Once the employee is being covered in one cycle, he has to complete that cycle, and then only he can move to the next one. So if we have one employee, please note that the employee has to connect please note that the employee has to complete the one feedback cycle, and then only he can be moved to the next one. Considering these two employees are new, and once you have added to the cycle, you can go to the confirmation tab and confirm them. So once the employee is been added, it would show the status that total number of employees and total number of employees to be uh, yet to be confirmed. So it is not confirmed, so that once it is confirmed, you will get the status over the total number of employee confirmed. So here we have added two employees. Consider the status would be here as total number of employees yet to be confirmed would be two. Once it has been confirmed, it would show us the status as total number of employees confirmed would be two. Hope this clarifies how to add the employee to the cycle, how the employees are being imported in bulk to the cycle, and how a particular employee is being added to the cycle. So this is how the cycle is being created, how the employee is being added to the cycle. Here, the schedule tab helps us to send the reminder based on the activity. If the schedule tab is not there, please reach out to the Synergita team and have them get them. Sorry, please reach out to the support team and get them enabled, so that they can also help you on what are all the notifications available in Synergita, so that they can be sent out as a reminder to the managers or to the employees or whoever the stakeholders for the cycle. So considering here, I have set the reminders, and what I am going to do here is I'm just going to send the reminders for the provide feedback. What I have to do is, it is very simple step for the HR to send the reminders. You need to just check the checkbox over here, and give the duration time over here, due date, and just click on reminders, so that it would trigger to the employees or the managers who sorry, to the managers whose provide feedback is pending. So this is how the reminders are being sent to the managers. So here we might have a questions how to extend the cycle if the cycle is being closed. It is very simple in Synergita. You just go to the cycle details page, click on the calendar, and click on the date where you have to extend it, and click on save, so that the cycle get extended, and it will not get closed until the date which you have selected is being populated. So that's it how we do the HR task during the cycle, and how to add the profile, how to add an employee, how to manage the profiles, and um, how to add the cycle, how to add the employees into the cycle, how the reminders have been sent out. Hope this session was helpful, and let us know through your question through your email, so that we can help you out in further. Thank you.